Bonjour mon petit chifle, Amber here. Today is April 1st. Throwback. Remember last year when I decided that I was going to start doing hauls like every 3 months for every like quarter of the year? Is that right? Is that how that maths? I'm back with a new haul. I didn't do one for the last chunk of the year. I forgot. And then it was 2021. Sorry about that. But there were books acquired. Today, however, I am sitting down to show you the books I have acquired from January to March. We got some cute little piles sitting here. Actually, it's not as bad as it could be. It's not as bad as it has been in past months, so I'm kind of proud of myself for that. March is a little chunky though, but that's okay. So because I have a handful of books to talk through, I'm not gonna babble too much. I'm not going to really go into the synopses of the books, obviously, because that will be here forever. Okay, starting with January, I have 2 copies of the same books, and it's Bedazzled by Ryan LaSala, author of Reverie, who I love. I ordered this one. I ordered this one. Oh no, I pre-ordered this one from, I think, Books of Wonder or something. Yeah, it was Books of Wonder. I made a point to order it from Books of Wonder because I met Ryan for the first time at Books of Wonder. Say Books of Wonder one more time. And this is the signed and personalized copy. That's cute. I think this is the first time I've read the inscription. All right, Amber. And then I pre-ordered this one months later because I wanted to take part in the crafting event that Ryan was doing with Blue Willow Bookshop in Texas. So I pre-ordered this so I could have access to the event. I think I mentioned it in my last haul video that I have a growing pile of doubles of books that I intend to do a giveaway for. So that's what I'm going to do with this. But right now I just have it. Like I said, love Ryan. I can't wait to jump into this. Unlike Reverie, this one is a contemporary that follows 2 ex-boyfriends who team up to take part in this cosplay competition. So this is going to, I think this is going to be a lot of fun to read. Also, be on the lookout for the big giveaway. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but keep your little eyeballs peeled. Next in January, I got my most anticipated read of the year. We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faisal. This is one of several copies. This is the Amazon pre-order that I had pre-ordered back like right after I read We Hunt the Flame in 2019, and then obviously immediately pre-ordered We Free the Stars as soon as it was available. And then the release date was pushed back to 2021, so I forgot that I had this pre-ordered. And then when I remembered, I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it because with like COVID shipping and the USPS issues, I wanted to be sure to have a copy when it launched. Not that it ended up mattering because I didn't read the book until like 2 months later, but this is such a big book. So the next 3 books are all gifts. The first one is from my mom, and this was a belated Christmas gift, and it's Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This cover is so beautiful. I love this so much. My mom bought me a bunch of books for Christmas, bless, and I forget what book it was. I think it was Clap When You Land, maybe. Was it Clap When You Land? Elizabeth Acevedo? Or was it With the Fire on High? It was one of Elizabeth Acevedo's books, which I already have, but she got me that, so we were going to exchange it at Barnes & Noble, but it was closed for a while. So in the meantime, she ended up just ordering this book for me because I think I was going to, if I couldn't exchange it at Barnes & Noble within the time, because it's like 30 days before you can't return or exchange, I was going to give it away to somebody. So she got me this to make up for that. This book is so beautiful. I really need to get around to it soon. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. Ooh, this is a pretty map. I don't really know a ton of what it's about, no matter how many times I've read the flap of the book. I think it's just one of those things that'll actually process once you start reading it. It says, a god will return when the earth and sky converge under the black sun. I need to bump this up. I need to read this soon. Maybe June. Maybe so. Okay. So next. God. Okay. So Samuel Miller, author of Redemption Prep and I almost said We Free the Stars. A Light Too Bright. My friend. He was cleaning out his bookshelves or whatever and decided to like send people books. He tweeted like, tweet me 3 words that you look for in a book or something and I'll send you a suggestion or like a book or something or whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying it right. So I was like, oh, surprise me. So this is what he surprised me with. I didn't really care what it was. I just, you know, I like books and I like the idea of seeing what you know, someone decides is something you might want to read. I'm laughing. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you what this man sent me. Scott Pilgrim. I've never seen the movie. Never read the graphic novel. That's what this is, right? Comic? I don't know. I have a vague understanding of what it's about. I know Michael Cera is in the movie. The cover's ripped off. And I just think it's cute because his little note says, sorry, Addie ate the cover. His dog, Addison, ate the cover of the book. Oh, that's so funny to me. I'm sorry. But his little note's really cute. It says not super deep, not life-changing, just transportive. I think that's what that says. So thanks, Sammy. Oh, I forgot about this book. Okay, so the next book was sent to me from Honey Magnolia Publishing House. Is that what it's called? The sun, he's the moon, he's the roses in full bloom. Honey Magnolia Co. And they sent me a copy of The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert, which I've already read and loved. I read it on my Kindle and they sent me the new cover, which I love so much. The girl Cherry is looking fantastic, and Ruben. I love this book. And when they reached out to me to see if I wanted to be a part of the promotion for the new cover, I was like, absolutely. We know how I feel about Talia Hibbert. We'll get to that later, but I love Talia. Everything she writes is chef's kiss. She's my favorite romance author. I love this new cover. I bought a giant slice of cake just to get the right shot for Bookstagram. It was really good cake. It was dark chocolate raspberry. Bless the Lord. I can't wait. I sit around and imagine my bookshelves when I move and which authors are going to have dedicated shelves. I can't wait to have my Talia shelf. This is going right there. Once again, we'll get to that later. The last book I got in January was another gift. This is the book that my mom was eventually able to exchange the Elizabeth Acevedo book for. And it's Homegoing by Ya Gyasi, which is completely different for me, kind of out of my wheelhouse. She was in the bookstore. I think she FaceTimed me or texted me. He was like, have you heard of this book? I was like, it looks really interesting, so bring it to me. And then upon Googling, I realized I had heard of this book because this author's, I don't know if it's their second book or just another book, The Transcendent Kingdom, came out earlier this year, I believe, and a lot of people were talking about it. So I was really, you know, intrigued. And then upon looking at her other books, I saw this and I'm like, oh, this sounds really good. And it was really good. It was different for me, but I really enjoyed my time reading it. I read this last month, not last month, I read this in February during Black History Month. And so if you're interested in like that, you can watch the vlog from February. I thought it was really interesting to follow kind of 2 branches of the same bloodline through multiple generations, from the time of slavery up until like more current times. I don't remember if it's like, I think it's the 21st century. Anyway, really interesting, really beautifully written. Okay, all white is what I just said. I'm doing well. So let's move on to February, starting with another copy of We Free the Stars. Now, yes, I have 2 copies of this book. I have a third one that's still supposed to be coming because the Fake Crate Hangover Recovery Kit still haven't shipped. So they're waiting for the books to arrive. Everything else is ready, but they're waiting for the books. I pre-ordered this box last year. No matter, I don't care. I know the box is going to be amazing. Fake Crate always does amazing hangover recovery kits. So I'm going to have a third copy, and unlike the other doubles that I have, I'm not giving away my other copy of We Free the Stars because this is a series I love collecting. All the copies I can get my hands on. I have, I think, 5 or 6 copies of We Hunt the Flame. I have the original, like the regular cover. I have the Owl Crate edition. I have the Shelf Love edition, which has like the cover featuring the original cover on the reverse of the dust jacket. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. I have another copy of like the Barnes and Noble edition, and I have the original paperback, UK paperback. There's a new UK paperback that I need. I'm just putting it out there. There are still some copies that I need, but anyway, so I love collecting these books because it's like my favorite, one of my favorite series duologies. So I'm gonna have to have me a Hafsa shelf at some point as well. This is the copy that I read. This is my personalized copy from Interabang in Texas, which also came with, I'm not going to get up to get it, but it came with a really beautiful print of Nasir and Zafira that I love so much, which was exclusive to that pre-order. Also, I have the Icy Designs pin. I got so many good goodies because then Fire Nation, is that what that? Fire Nation Creation, yeah. They did like a partnering with Hafsa where if you provide proof of your pre-order and order your Nafira candle, you got a print from there. Also did a thing with a quart of Books and Family. I got a lot of goodies. I love We Hunt the Flame merch. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I said I wasn't gonna harp, but I have my second copy. I love you. I love you so much. Speaking of series conclusions, we have A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kimmerer, which is the third and final book in the Emberfall, the Curse Breakers, that's what it's called, the Curse Breakers series. So A Curse So Dark and Lonely, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and A Vow So Bold and Deadly. I need to read this. I have not read this yet. I am kind of like holding back because, like I said, this is the final book in the series and I'm nervous to see how it ends. That's the same situation. I still haven't finished the Sweet Black Waves trilogy. I also don't know where my book is. I misplaced it. Great. But yeah, at some point I need to get around to this book. I need to just rip the band-aid off and get to it. I hope my babies are okay. I hope Bridget gives me the conclusion that I deserve. Hafsa did. That was a good conclusion. I meant to say that. Okay, next we have a debut, which was one of my most, I haven't read it yet, one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I adore this cover so much and I've heard nothing but incredible things about this book, and it's Wings of Ebony by JL. I was on the street team for this book. I did a poor job of it because I was in like a mental slump. I was so bad. I was on this street team and also the We Free the Stars, the Zumra street team, so sorry to JL and also to Hafsa. But can we talk about this cover, please? Look at this. Look at it. I need to read this book. This is also my signed copy from, what bookshop did I get this one from? The Lit Bar in the Bronx. I love that for this book, every first edition, this is so beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Every first edition copy of the book was signed upon release. I need to stop dragging my feet and wasting time and read this book. I love the color scheme. I'm going to, at some point, I have it written down, I'm going to do a book club inspired by this. So get ready. Actually, like 3 of the books in this haul are getting book looks. We Free the Stars is definitely one of them. I'll show you the other one when we get to it. So next I got my January Fairy Loot finally came, and it was Lore by Alexandra Bracken, which was also the January Owl Crate. I don't know where mine is. Love them both, but this one, something about the white popping off the black is just so beautiful. The original cover is all white. It's like the white on white, but just something about this is stunning. Also, this book's very heavy. I wish I had gotten my Owl Crate, because while I do prefer like this one, the rest of the detailing of the Owl Crate one is so gorgeous. Like, there's the embossing on the inside cover, beautiful. Can't wait to read this. I love mythology, Greek mythology, so I'm intrigued and excited to see how it is incorporated into like New York. This gives me like Greek mythology with like a Hunger Games-esque type twist. I'm here for it. Ready for some more Black Girl Magic? I am, because the next two books are both filled with it, and both also have absolutely stunning covers. The next one is another debut I've been waiting for so long. This book was supposed to come out in 2020. It was pushed back to 2021. It's The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I have the signed book plate that I have to put in here. The personalized book plate, rather. Oh, I did. I forgot. I did put it in here. Okay. This cover is so stunning, first of all. The color scheme, maybe this is... I need to do a book look for this one too. I'm gonna do it for all of them. Forget it. I've heard, once again, nothing but amazing things. I live for all of these beautiful, stunning, melanated books. And I say this all the time. Do you mind? I say this all the time. If I had had these books growing up, do you mind?
Everybody's coming at
God! I just hope one day to write something that means, that impacts someone the way like having these books now impacts me. Next we have another sequel, and it's Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron, which is the sequel to Kingdom of Souls, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I love that book so much. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. Absolutely gorgeous. I thought book one was one of the most beautiful book covers I've ever seen, but then it was topped somehow. And I know that whatever's in here is going to rip my hair straight from the scalp, you know? I love that for me. To the storytellers and dreamers, this book is dedicated to you. Thanks, Rena. I need to actually, I plan to listen to the audiobook for Kingdom of Souls to brush up before I finally read this book, because it's been a minute since I read book one and I need to fully immerse in the world again. Same as I did when CVV came out, same as I did for We Free the Stars just recently, but I can't wait. I don't know why I'm putting this one off as well. I've been putting this one off. Just rip the band-aid, sis. Just rip the band-aid. Before I forget, because they're not necessarily in the pile, the last books that I got in February, I haven't opened this box yet. They've just been sitting in here in the box, so I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing. So I'm excited. I've seen the pictures, but I haven't held my set in my hands yet. It's my Fairy Loot exclusive set of the Ember Quartet. Ember in the Ashes by Sabbath here. I've had, like I said, I've had this box sitting in here since February, and I haven't opened it. I haven't opened it. I don't know why. I just haven't brought myself to do it. So let's do this. Oh, there's a print. There's a print. This is stunning. Look at this. I didn't know we were getting a print. That's beautiful. So we have my babies, Laya and Elias, and then Helene and Is this Harper or is this the Nightbringer? That's my question. I want it to be Harper, but he's like turned away and at a distance and has like a thing on his face. So well, if it were Harper, he would have his mask. So I'm going to say this is that's the Nightbringer, but that's beautiful. I don't know who the art is by, but I need to preserve this and protect it at all costs so that it will be displayed properly one day. Okay, let me take them all out because they are wrapped individually within the bubble wrap. Please give me a minute. How'd you get out of order is what I'm trying to figure out. For the ashes, a Reaper at the gates, right? No. A torch against the night, and then Reaper at the gates. Okay. Look at it. Okay, let's oh my god, that's beautiful. The colors are stunning. Okay, say okay one more time. Let's look at them each individually, shall we? So we have an Ember in the Ashes. Look at the sprayed edges. Please look at the sprayed edges, and sprayed and stenciled. That's very exclusive, signed by the author. Thank you, Saba. Look. I cannot, I will not. I'm gonna cry. Why am I gonna cry? And these are the exclusive like end papers, which is giving me very much the Gin Grove, or I keep wanting to say Forest of Souls. That's not what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. And then we have A Torch Against the Night, which I love this series so much, so much. I am devastated that I will never be able to read it for the first time again. I'm also kind of irritated that I didn't vlog me reading the whole series, but I do have a vlog coming soon of me reading the final book. I just have to edit it. These are this color blue is so beautiful. This is like my favorite shade of blue, I believe. I mean, this is a close second for my favorite shade of blue because this is like close to sapphire, which is my birthstone, and I've always been partial to my birthstone. Did I show you the front? I'm so frazzled, I don't even know if I showed you the front. So next we have A Reaper at the Gates, which is this nice like tealy green. These are the pages for that. It's the same like print as the first one. So pretty. Okay, and then we have Sky Beyond the Storm, which is, this is my third copy of this particular book, Sky Beyond the Storm. I have the original cover. I have the Waterstones edition, which is like this. It's like this one. This is the UK cover, obviously, with the purple sprayed edges, but it doesn't have this. It doesn't have this on the purple sprayed edges, and it doesn't have this. Oh god, these are so beautiful. Which means I need, well, I guess it won't be the same because I did the exclusive for the final book. I need Waterstones to do a full set that matches that, so that I can have the full set of that, and I will make 3 full sets of the Ember Quartet. That's embarrassing. I mean, I guess it's similar to my situation with the David Bad trilogy. I have 2 full sets of the David Bad trilogy and Empire of Gold of the UK edition, which means I need the first 2 in the UK edition. Are we being serious right now? I can't believe it took me this long to open this, but I'm glad that I decided to do it on camera. Bless. Okay, let's move on to March before I cry over these books. The first 4 I got all on the same day. 2 of them my mom bought for me and 2 I bought for myself, but they were all in the same Barnes & Noble trip, right? The first book is one that I bought. Don't judge a book by a cover, they said. Well, when the cover looks like this, I don't know what to tell you, fam. So I got Bridgerton, The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. Well, it's The Duke and I, but this is the, what's it called? The tie-in edition. So obviously Bridgerton is the show. So I got a copy of this. I wish this wasn't here, the Netflix thingy. It's not even a sticker. For several reasons I have this book. The first is because look at it. Sorry, let's, where, sir? Ooh, whoo! Regé-Jean Page is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. And I feel like I need to say this every time I talk about him. I've been saying this since 2016. When the Roots remake came out, I was like, huh. Should I be this attracted to Chicken George? Because I am. Because I am. Because I am. What a pretty man. Anywho. Reason number 2 is I'm doing a thing where I'm going to actually need to read the book. It's not as exciting as reason number 1, if I'm being honest. I've heard a lot of things, like people have said like the issues that are in the show are worse than the book. If you know, you know. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I am also intrigued to see like the differences between show and book. But look at this man. Simon Bassett is a man. Actually, Simon Bassett's irritating, but Regé-Jean Page is a man's. Why is my battery flashing? Okay, the next book, I'll see how much I can do, is one my mom bought for me, and it's Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. I've heard people raving nonstop about this. In fact, the day I got this, I chose this book particularly because Brittany had just finished reading it and kept yelling at me that I need to read the book and how much like it impacted her and how much she loved the book. So I was in the bookstore, so I'm like, well, might as well get it, you know. Oh, it's blurbed by Angie Thomas and Nick Stone. We love Angie in this house. So this is a middle grade. I don't really typically gravitate toward middle grade, but I kind of want to make a point to try my hand at it. I have a few, but I'm excited to. I don't even really know too much about what this is about, but I trust Brittany. We have very similar tastes in books, so if she loves it, I'm gonna love it. And then my mom also got me The Vile Village by Lemony Snicket, which is book 7 in the series of Unfortunate Events. If you are new here, my mom has been rebuying me the series of Unfortunate Events because when the Netflix show came out, I refused to watch it until I finished the series because I got halfway through the series before I made the mistake of lending a book 4 out. Got it back and it was completely destroyed by a child. I will never forgive him. You can tell him I said that, Dawn. I'll tell him myself. That, I don't know why, that made me not finish the series. So we're starting over. I've been vlogging my experience rereading the first half and then like finishing the series. Like this was my favorite series when I was a kid. I'm up to book 7. Well, I'm not reading book 7, but I've almost have the whole series. And then the next book that I got that day was One of the Good Ones by Micah and Maritza Moulit. I don't have their first book, which was Dear Haiti, Love Elaine. I've heard really good things about it, but this one kind of called to me more. I felt like this was something I probably would read or something I was more drawn to. I am very intrigued by a pair of sisters as writing partners. This is also shorter than I thought it was going to be, so I feel like I could get through this quickly. I also really love this cover. Once again, Melanin Magic. She looks like Lauryn Hill. The girl in the middle looks like Lauryn Hill. All right, where was I? While my camera was charging, I filmed a bunch of TikToks, so follow me on TikTok. The next book that I got in, what month were we in? March, is a sequel to a book I really enjoyed. Another one I was on the street team for and was really bad at being on the street team for, and it's All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace, which is the sequel to All the Stars and Teeth. I love this cover. This color scheme is gorgeous. I love this purple and like fuchsia and red situation. I'm so curious to see where this story goes from here. I really enjoyed book 1. There was something I wanted from book 1 for it to be like like a 5-star read that I'm hoping I get in this book. This is signed and personalized as well. Love me a nice signed copy of a book. Also, because it also most times means that I am supporting an indie bookstore, which is still so important to do if you are able to. The next book is a poetry collection, a poetry book. I Would Leave Me If I Could, which is a collection of poetry by Halsey. And I love majority of Halsey's music. I think she is a really good lyricist, so I'm really curious I'm curious to give her poetry a try. I've read some of her poems in the past, and yeah. I also mainly bought this book because I want to do a book look based on the cover, especially now that she has a makeup line that actually will be coming soon. I'm doing a about face I Would Leave Me If I Could book look. These are also quite full-length poems, so that's promising. Next is this Owlcrate. I believe this is the Owlcrate edition of The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Owlcrate edition. Let me make sure actually. Yeah, it's Owlcrate. It's hard to tell because no shade, but they look exactly the same. The only difference is if you look really close at this cover, you can see like this design in the background. That's literally the only difference. We have this on the inside. I am excited to have another copy of this book, but truth be told, I was disappointed in the Owlcrate edition. Owlcrate usually goes pretty hard for other books, for the exclusivity for other books, and I just felt like they dropped the ball with this. They could have done so much with this book, and it just felt like, go girl, give us nothing. Maybe they're thinking because they gave us that like really gorgeous arc that they didn't have to go do as much for the actual copy, but you're wrong. Speaking of book boxes, the next book was the February Fairy Loot. So waiting for my March Fairy Loot to come, and it was This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria, which I hadn't heard of until I opened the box. It has the sprayed edges. This is gorgeous. I've never heard of this book, but I'm gonna read it alone just because this is absolutely stunning, and the art on the inside is that's beautiful. Fairy Loot, I think, has the best as far as the covers go. More consistently top-notch covers. So I'm excited for April. I'm excited for April for both boxes because I'm 100% sure it's going to be the same book. So I'm really interested to see the comparisons, see how what their spin on the cover is. I'm gonna have like 3 to 4 copies of this book. I don't care. Next, I have the March Owlcrate, which was Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. I don't remember what the original cover looks like, but we have sprayed, these pretty lilac-y lavender sprayed edges. This is my favorite color. Has been on my radar a little bit, like vaguely on my radar, not enough that I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab it on my own. So now that I have it and have like properly read the synopsis, since I have it, I feel like I probably will give this a try at some point. It is kind of intriguing, so we'll see. The next, remember when I said we revisit the Talia Hibbert conversation? We're at that part. The next book that I got in March was Actor H.E. Brown by Talia Hibbert, which I'm starting today, by the way. As soon as I finish this video, I'm starting this book. It's gone way too long. It's too late in the day. I wanted to start this as soon as I got up. But this is the third and final of the Brown Sisters series. The first book is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. The second book is Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And now we have the youngest Brown sisters story, Actor H.E. Brown. I'm so stoked to dive into this, to fall in love with these characters the way I have in the other 2 books. It's bittersweet because I don't want this to be done, but I can't wait for what Talia is doing next. I think she's working on like an Jane Austen inspired series. So while I don't love Jane Austen, I'm so excited to see Talia's spin. So next is another double. I'm showing it because I have it, but this isn't the one that I'm going to read. It's The Project by Courtney Summers, which is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. Sadie was such a good book. I adore Sadie, so I'm so excited to see what she brings to the table with this book. There's like a cult involved, and I'm really intrigued by cult stories at the moment. I've really gotten into that like sort of subgenre, and I really enjoy this cover. I ordered this book and then I remembered that I wanted to get the signed copy from Books of Wonder, so I ordered that, and I'm going to add this to my pile of my giveaway doubles pile. So here is the project. So in the first book that's going to be in the next haul is probably going to be my signed copy of this book, because it has shipped and I don't know where it is right now. But speaking of doubles, okay, let me backtrack for a second. So I had to order this book like a separate single Eve because I needed to complete my set. I couldn't have a wonky set, but I also have a secondary set of the Brown Sisters trilogy. Hear me out. I ordered these all the way from the UK from Words and Kisses bookshop. I believe that's what the bookshop's called, because oh, there's my bookmark, my little Talia Hibbert bookmark. They're all signed by Talia, so I had to have my signed set, but I had to complete the first set as well. This is going to be the set that I've read. But yeah, Love and Biscuits, Talia. This one says the same thing, and this one says enjoy. I have 2 sets of the Brown Sister trilogy, which goes back to what I was saying earlier about when I move and have my big old reading room. I can't wait to have my Talia Hibbert section of my bookshelf, because I'm working on a full collection. I want every book that has been released in physical. I want a copy of it. So far I only have the Brown Sisters and the Princess Trap. Those are the only ones I have physical copies of. The rest that are out for that are available for physical copies are all on my Amazon wish list, in case you are interested in that. But yeah, those are the, let me count, 31? Is it just 31? Look at me. 31 books I have acquired from January to March. Honestly, that's kind of impressive. That's almost responsible. Of the 31 books that I acquired in that time, I've read 2. We Free the Stars and Homegoing, but I'm about to start a third right now. I have a lot of reading to do. I've always been a book collector as much as a reader, so I'm sorry if that's an issue. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down below, so you can follow me and I'll follow you back. And I'll see you very soon.